Well, like I said, chat, I think Tribe 9 in general is just, unfortunately, 600k? I mean, 600k just for mobile, I think they're fine. Like, let me just remind you, chat, games like Guardian Tales has been going strong for years now on less than 500k, right? Now, I will say, for release, these are really weak numbers, right? Not the best, but Tribe 9 also, I don't know. Yeah, who knows exactly, right? And you always have to take these revenue charts with a grain of salt, because it's just, you never know what it's like actually representing. It's not accurate to anything, right? There's PC revenue that's missing. There's Android there's iOS or Android, one of those two revenue that's missing, and that's just, they're just extrapolating it based on what's available from the other platforms. So who really knows, right? But I will say, you know, like, just look at this. Just look at this, man. Unfortunately, Tribe 9, like, the numbers aren't looking the hottest. You know? The numbers aren't exactly looking the hottest. And I don't really like using SteamDB numbers entirely, because let's think of it this way, right? Most people who are actively playing Tribe 9 have probably finished all of Chapter 2, which then you're done with story content, which means essentially all you're probably doing at any given time is just logging and doing your dailies, right? So, like, there's even less reason for people to be concurrently online. So, like, the numbers would look even worse because of that. But on top of that, man, the launch was just too stinky. We do have another Tribe 9 sponsor coming up, chat. We do. We do have another Tribe 9 sponsor, I believe. Let me see here. So, hopefully we could, you know, maybe reinvigorate the game with that, you know? Stealing their last drop of money. Please, I need some loot. Gachas like Brown does too. Help a guy out. Is that sponsor coming with another story patch? I don't know, right? Good question. Possibly, but will I save Tribe 9? I don't know. Like, legitimately, I only know 1 or 2 other content creators even playing Tribe 9, but I don't think most of them even stream it. I mean, I don't really stream it actively either. And I'll be honest, ever since I've been obsessed with Dinosaur Game, I haven't had time for Tribe 9, because they're both on Steam. And I don't really, like, yeah, running Tribe 9 while I'm sitting in queue in Dinosaur Game is, like, the only time I really play it, so... the same company, literally EOS or global servers for their previous Atelier game. Yeah, I heard about that, you know? It's a little unfortunate. Anyways, I will take a peek at this. Not so much for the big hitters. I want to look at, like, the random games, you know? The random game. Stop. Okay, this is the one reason I don't believe in gacha as an industry anymore. Stop. Stop! Stop giving the Pokemon Company money! For games! At least if you're gonna buy the TCG, that's fine. But their games are all slop! Stop it! Please, man. Like, oh my god. Why not? Look at you. You're right. I'm gonna play Pokemon Legends EA, but, you know. So, what am I to say? Alright, let's look at the bottom. It's always the bottom stuff that's interesting to me. Higani Urthil, I mean, this thing's about to die. Is it dead already? I think it's probably dead. Is Higani Urthil dead, chat?
Love and deep space on top yet again.
Nah,
when will more gachas recognize the power of female gooners and gay gooners? Based cigar.
Shut up. You guys all know Love and Deep Space literally doesn't have a PC client, you donkeys. Love and Deep Space is only on mobile. So that these numbers are more accurate to, like, Love and Deep Space's total more than any other game. Every other game, Wuwa, Hoyo's games, etc., have console, PC, and mobile. So, you know, you can't just assume Love and Deep Space is actually on top. I'm surprised One Punch Man World is still going. This thing has been on death's door for so long. And Chat, you know what's hilarious to me? I remember like 2 years ago, or was it a little over a year ago, Higani Urithil was sponsoring all these streamers. My God, this is the fall off of a lifetime, man. It's crazy. Neural Cloud. Is Neural Cloud like still popping off? Wow, Neural Cloud is making less money than Girls for Online 1. Assuming. Damn, that's a little rough. Counterside still going strong. ETE Chronicle. I've never heard of this. What is this game? This is what I use Gacha revenue for, to find out games I haven't heard of. ETE Chronicle. Okay, looks like slop. Astral Knights of Vita, doing decently. Isekai. Cat Fantasy, Outer Plane, still make. How is this game still doing so well? This is like a very Eversoul as well. Like, bro, I really consider Eversoul and Outer Plane to be Korean gacha game slop, and I don't know how they still make hundreds of thousands of dollars. But Eversoul is good. No, it's not, man. Eversoul is not that good. Eversoul is like, it's. I mean, I think it's better than Outer Plane. I will give it that. I think it's better than Outer Plane. Damachi, Aether Gaze are still going strong. Guardian Tales, bro. Guardian Tales has to have one of the most, like, I think, dedicated fan bases out there. Guardian Tales, through the years, it's been around for a while now. Always has, like, roundabout the same revenue on this chart all the time, regardless. So, who still plays this? Genuine question. Who still plays Dislight? There's no way. There's no way. Do people still play Dislight, man? God damn. I remember I got sponsored for Dislight when it came out, but yeah, I mean, Tower Fantasy's still up here. Tower Fantasy's like always gonna, like, you have to understand, chat. Tower Fantasy is an MMO, right? And some of the biggest copers out there who latch onto things and never let it go are MMO players. I'm sure you guys know here people in your friends group, etc., that still play fucking WoW after they started playing it when they were fucking kids. They still play it as grown 30-year-old men, right? Or women, right? I'm sure you know some people who can't give up that one MMO that they've spent way too much sunk cost fallacy nonsense into, right? Tower Fantasy is like the same thing, where it's an MMO and people who have spent a lot of time into it aren't going to drop it. Not so much because of the game, but also because of the social aspect. I'm sure a lot of people who play Tower Fantasy have guilds, have like communities that they're in, discords, etc., where they've made a lot of friends, and you know they're just not going to leave it. And that's kind of how MMOs get you. They get you with the social aspect more than anything. TOF has so many launches and versions, it's hard to track. Oh. Stop being mean, Mr. Bob. I'm still playing a fucking 15-year-old MMO right now. God, I'm telling you, that's how MMOs get you. And it's coming from me. I'm an MMO veteran. Path to Nowhere popping off. Idolmaster, another Eden. Persona 5 still making chunks of cash. Damn. Brown Dust 2. Still doing well. Epic 7 still doing well. Snowbreak. Yup. Princess Connect Redive. How is this Slime Isekai game still up? I really knock on these IP-based gachas, and some of these still do really well. Interesting. AFK Arena. Yo, where's AFK Journey? Oh my god. The world is lost. Disney Twisted Wonderland. Infinity Nikki, still popping. Damn. Battle Cats. Pauses and Dragons and Fake Grand Order are a reason why Japanese gacha games will never innovate and improve. As long as these two games remain titans on the Japanese side, no Japanese dev is going to find a reason to want to innovate, because these slideshow puzzle games are glorified, bejeweled with anime waifus, are pumping money still. Anyways, nice. FGO is a plague? I can't fully say that because I still like FGO. I just don't like the gameplay. I just like the FGO. Like I just like Fate, you know?